Greetings, dear ones. How pleased we are to be in your presence today. We honor you for coming to anchor the energies of the group, and of course, when we say group, we mean not only those who are in the room at this time, but also those who will be enjoying this transmission on your internet at a later time. You have been through a tremendous year. You have shifted and moved energies like never before. It has been taxing to some of you. It has been frustrating to some of you. It has felt rapid in some ways and stalled in others. There has been a great churning of energies as people shift and release, and it has been very busy energetically from the beginning of this year. We honor you for your good humor and your grace in all of the learning and evolving that you have been doing. If you were to have seen your energy today, to plunk yourselves into your bodies as you are today, just a couple of years ago, you would experience the energies that you hold right now as bliss. That is how far you have evolved in such a short amount of time, and that is a wonderful thing to acknowledge on this day where many of you are celebrating gratitude and thanks. So what does this all mean? You have purged and shifted so profoundly, and you understand that you are moving forward into a brand new age. But what does this all mean for you? Well, this means that you can start to move forward and walk a path of far greater ease because in many ways the pressure is starting to lift. You may laugh at this statement in this right now moment, but in fact the pressure that you have been under has been abating since you crossed that pivotal alignment of December 21st, 2012. Yes, you have been shifting profoundly, but the pressure has been slowly but surely abating since you collectively stepped over that proverbial line in the sand, if you will. So what that means is that there was a critical mass that was met. There were enough of you holding enough light that you could truly start to move forward in this brand new age. And that is what we would like to focus on today, because today we would like to discuss the idea of moving forward in simple and joyful service. Being of service is one of the greatest joys that any human being can experience. It is an honor. It is allowing yourself to express yourself through your highest alignment. It is allowing you to express your own divinity and to live in a more soul-centered way. But many of you have ideas about service that do not necessarily feel joyful. That is because many of you have been exposed to martyr paradigms where service meant that you gave and gave and gave and gave and received nothing in return. You may have experienced service in past life expressions as a thankless job that often ended up badly for you, where you died in poverty or alone, or you were persecuted for your efforts of service. You see, way back then, the planet itself was much denser. So those who were living soul-based existences were few and far between. It was a heavier job, if you will, to try to hold the light in a planet of darkness. It came with great responsibility and few rewards. It was often glorified to not be of balanced boundaries, to only give and never receive. These imbalances are exactly what you've been working on. You've been working on moving into unity, not standing alone. You've been working on healthier boundaries. You've been working on how to give and receive, and this has all been laying the foundation of being of joyful and easy service. You do not have to carry the load alone. When you have many people with the same agenda, with like purposes, all holding the load, all of a sudden it becomes easy, it becomes beautiful, and it does indeed become joyful. So we urge you now to start to think about walking the path of simple and joyful service. We encourage you to get up every day and surrender into being that instrument of spirit, to surrender into demonstrating your highest alignment, to being of the greatest good and allowing your highest self to take the lead. It does not need to be any more complicated than that. You can simply, with your intention to surrender into being of your highest service, enter into your day assured that it will unfold to offer you exactly that. It may just be as simple as having a friendly word or a smile for someone, or to assist someone in a simple and easy way, to reach something down from a high shelf, to open a door, or to give directions. Or maybe you won't see another human being at all that day, and your greatest contribution was simply holding your highest vibrational state. Perhaps your meditating was your beautiful offering to the whole that day. Perhaps your beingness was what your greatest gift was. Owning your divinity, we cannot stress it enough, by itself, if you did nothing else, helps tremendously. It anchors a higher vibrating energy. It assists your grids. It helps the planet. Many of you have been helping by transmuting energies. You have worked tirelessly at it, not even realizing the extent of your contribution, and then we see you go to bed at night beating yourself up thinking that you did not do enough. It is time to let go of those old habits of self-abuse and doubt. When you surrender and flow into being of simple and joyful service, there is a peace and a satisfaction that you will feel every day. You will become an instrument that the universe can work through, and because you are in surrender and flow, you will become one that is very easy for the universe to deliver to as well. When you are in a state of surrendered flow with your highest intention, you are always in the right place at the right time. It can be no other way. You begin to realize that all of your offerings are more than enough. You will feel the contentment that comes from a job well done. You will feel the magic of dancing with the universe on this path of highest service. Dear ones, the days of being persecuted for being of your highest service are gone. That is an expired energy. It no longer exists. There is a deep satisfaction from knowing that you are walking your highest walk. That is where the joy will come from. That is where your greatest creations will be born from. That is where your highest partnerships will be created. That is where you will find yourselves glowing with perfect health. This is what will lead to the peace and the harmony and the unity that you all seek, because if enough of you are doing simply that, the world will become a far safer and enjoyable place for you all to cohabitate. You will find it easier to be open. You will find that not only is giving love supported, it is celebrated, and receiving it is as well. You do not need to carry the burdens of your planet on your shoulders alone. There are many of you moving forward into your highest expressions on the planet right now. It is a glorious sight for us to see. So many of you are turning up your light and shimmering around this amazing planet of yours. You are the ones who have been driving the shift, and you are the ones who will now start to feel the wonder and joy of the work that you have put into it all along. The peace, the love, the compassion, the unity, the magic, the support, all of it is yours. Release the idea that it needs to be hard. It can be joyful. It can be delightful. It can be beautiful when you are all doing it together. That is what we wish to share with you today. It has been our great pleasure.